Hi everybody, welcome to Arma Reforger, and this is going to be a new series of videos for new players for Arma Reforger who are often a little bit confused, as I am sometimes, but what do you do first? So I'm just going to dive into this game blind, and then I'm going to tell you how I'm thinking about what I'm going to do first and what I'm going to do. So here we go, so I'm in the deployment screen, so we're playing Conflict on Everon, so let's just say okay. To be honest, so we've got US Army 8, Soviet Army 9. I quite like playing as the Soviets. I enjoyed the AK-47 and the Dragunov, but the US Army is just as much fun. But okay, let's go with the Soviets. Yeah, are you sure you want to proceed? Yes. Now, for the sake of this video, I'm just going to create a new group. Also, I tend to play solo a lot of the time anyway. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go into the group menu, see if I can remember how to do this. Group menu, and I'm just going to make this a private group so nobody else can join me. And then let's just jump in. Right, so let's have a look. Now, this is a good, simple map to understand. So this is our main operating base here. And generally what we'll be doing is we'll kind of be moving south. Now, as you probably know already, in Conflict, to win we need to capture 5 of the 7 available special capture points, which are in the kind of purple here. So what I tend to like to do in this situation, as my teammates sort of spawn in, they'll head off towards this sort of area, probably to take Tyrone, and they'll kind of start leapfrogging down the map this way. One of the things I quite like doing is actually work my way back up to see if I can capture this point by myself or with some other players, to get rid of the NPCs, because that puts one in the bag. And it's very difficult for the enemy to take this. Now, the enemy will probably be spawning somewhere. Their main operating base will probably be somewhere down here, and they'll be coming up this way. So my immediate thoughts are, when we spawn in, we'll have a look around, see if there's any vehicles, and I'm probably just going to head off northwest, or I might go to Tyrone actually and see if we can find a vehicle. So let's jump in. Often as soon as you jump in, you see there'll be lots of people running around. There won't be much at the base. There's probably not going to be any supplies left. Let's have a look. Let's see if anybody's building anything. Nobody's building anything. Alright, there are some supplies, so let's jump in. Oh right, okay, so we haven't got enough supplies for a vehicle thing, so that's somebody's already doing it. You get all this, there's all this messing around you often get at the main operating base to start off with. So let's have a look at our map. So where do we think we could probably get some? I reckon if we head up to farm here, I reckon there'll be a vehicle up, and there's some supplies there as well. So I'm simply going to get my compass out. Right, northwest. Okay, we're looking for a farm. What other things are there at the farm? There is a water tower, so we'll be looking for a water tower. Let's just go, and that's it really. This early in the game, you know, your enemies down south are going to be doing a kind of a similar sort of thing, and for me it's just all about kind of getting set up, getting myself a vehicle, avoiding getting killed by NPCs, maybe trying to capture a place. And what you tend to find is, if by heading the wrong way, if you like, I mean, I am going to be helping our squad, our team, because I'm going to be trying to capture a main operating base, you know, a purple base, which will give us an extra base that other people might otherwise ignore. What I'm also able to do then is there'll be a base that I set up that people won't spawn at, that will collect supplies, and I can collect supplies for it, which means I can then add an armory to it. I can add a vehicle spawn thing to it as well. I can, and you know, generally make a small operating base for myself. And one of the things you really want to think about is ranking up, and the best way to rank up is by taking objectives, and then building things on those objectives and transporting supplies around. And pretty quick you'll get to sergeant. I say pretty quick; it's probably take half an hour. And once you're at sergeant level, what you can then do is you can then spawn in the living quarters, and you can then also spawn in the let's check our compass, make sure we're going the right way. Yeah. And then you can spawn in NPCs, which you can either leave on the right. So they've got Tyrone, Igla. Let's have a look. So they've seized that, which is good. Good for them. Well done. And once you've got NPCs, they will then defend that little base for you, especially if you use like anti-tank specialists, so they can fire rockets at helicopters and vehicles. Right, so there's a power line above our head, so let's just see if we're on the right track. So we started off here, so we're just going underneath this power line here. Our main kind of threat at this particular point is from patrolling NPCs. Because there's not going to be any enemies have come up this far north at this particular point. Remember, when you look at the map, you can see the squad leaders from other teams. You can't see yourself, though, unless you're on a modded server that's running Where Am I? And also, I would say, is if you're new to Arma Reforger, the most important thing is when you start, join a squad that's got people in it and just talk to them. Bring the radio up and say, you know, okay, what are you doing? Where are we going? And then play together as a team. Because playing solo, oh, here we go. So there is that water tower over there. So I was obviously off course a little bit. So this is farm. Now we've got to be careful because there's some supplies here. There could be some NPC. So let's have a look. Let's kind of see where it is. So just sort of west of the water tower. And often there are NPCs defending supply bases, and NPCs can be really dangerous, especially when you're by yourself. And I haven't, you know, because we're early game, I haven't got access to things like the radio backpack, which really is essential if you're playing solo, because the radio backpack allows you to drop it down, and it means you can respawn on that location. You just need to go fairly slow and just be careful. Right, NPCs. There we go.
Guys, BTR's on the points. Move up to the CP and load up on the BTR. We'll cap the next point.
Now, whenever you're engaging NPCs, it's really important, once you've shot your weapon, to relocate. Because they'll kind of start you firing suppressive fire to where you were. And if you simply relocate, often you can fool them. Let's have a look around here. Right, there's the supplies. Lovely. Right, here they come. Right, got to be careful though. They know where I am.
Whereabouts are you locations?
Right, a grenade over the top. And then another one.
Stop.
Sort out my zeroing on my weapon.
Back to you now. Center.
We've got to be careful here. Go to single fire. There's a guy there. There's a guy there. He's reloading. Ooh. Again, we'll go back in here. Just got to watch that none of them sort of heal themselves and jump out. Right, now have we got everybody? Let's go back to auto. So there's plenty of supplies. So the question is, will there be a vehicle? I guess all of this is a bit of a waste of time. Now, we're just got to be careful, because what will probably happen is I'll go over and start looting these bodies for a gun and some more weapons. More ammo. Okay, so I can't see a vehicle out here. Okay, so I'll be pretty... Oh, yeah, there's another guy. There's two of them. This isn't good. I got injured. Was he behind there?
Pushing forward.
See, he can kill me with one burst now. We've got to be so careful. Right, they're all dead. Let's get inside. Bandage up. Okay, so what have I got left? Am I still bleeding? Do we need to use a tourniquet? No. Reload. Anybody else? Are you all dead? Okay. Right, let's get some... Oh, he's got an RPG, this guy. Ooh. Let's take that. Let's open this up. He's got some ammo, so that means we will take his gun. Someone's definitely firing at me. Let's open that up. So we've got loads more. Loads more ammo now. Okay, so what we want to do... Aha! I see a little... There's definitely still an NPC and he's firing at me. So now we have our transport. Oh, he's over there. That's an American.
Whoever's throwing grenades, I'm friendly, by the way.
Oh, look, it's a friendly. There we go. Apologies. Oh dear. He looked like an American, didn't he? I could have sworn he was wearing American gear. Okay, so let's... We get over here. Right, let's get these supplies. What do you mean? The supplies there? Come on.
Yeah.
Load
Anybody
supplies.
hang around this location, get to any vehicle possible and move on. Let's get going. Let's capture the next point on to that.
Okay, vehicle is full. So let's have a look. So we want to go. We want to follow the road round out of farm and then turn left.
Fuck's sake. Yeah, it's working.
Thank you for picking me up.
It's okay.
So we turn left here.
Go to the transport truck, roll out. Just roll out straight to Montanak. Follow the dirt track all the way down.
I think that guy was talking to me, telling me what to do. Okay, so we go over this bridge and then it's on the right.
Oh, fuck.
We
Okay,
got.
so-
I probably got a little bit too excited, and we should have stopped probably here, and then gone up on foot to take Nagan. But it appears that my colleagues haven't managed to take it either. So let's go back to the main operating base. Let's spawn in. Let's have a look around. So has anybody built anything? So we've got an antenna base here. Let's see if there's any supplies. Right, there's loads of supplies. So priority is a light vehicle thing, so we can. Nobody's built one already, have they? No. Okay, so let's build a light vehicle maintenance place. There we go. And let's put a fuel depot next to it, because that way stuff will spawn in with full fuel. Right, let's close the character, and then let's build. And then what happens is bases gradually, I don't know if it's a particular type of base, but they gradually fill up with supplies automatically. I think there is a caveat to that, and I think it's having stuff built there. I'm not quite sure how it works, because sometimes you go to a base and it won't have any more supplies, but you'll take some supplies there and you'll build something, or there'll be enough supplies to build something, and once you build something, it's like the supplies start to automatically go up. The thing you'll notice that I haven't built is an armory, because armories are really good because you can choose the weapons that you want, but the problem with them is that people really like spending a lot of time messing around, choosing what camo to wear and all this sort of stuff, and you see people running around with backpacks full of stuff, and everything they take out of an armory costs supply points, so if we can leave them in, that would be great. Okay, that's good. So let's request a jeep. Oh, actually, no, there's not enough supplies left for a jeep. Okay, no worries. We don't worry about that. Okay, so let's have a look at the map. So did our colleagues go and capture? See, they still haven't captured it, which is odd. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say I am going to capture that. And then we are going to go... We're just going to run west. On the hope that we're going to find a vehicle. There we go, so west is that way. And there are vehicles all over the map. So chances are you'll bump into one if you go into a village or a town or just wandering along a road, or there'll be a roadblock and you'll find a truck. Trucks are the best things. You find a truck, you can then take that to a supply point and fill up with loads of supplies, and that can really transform a base. Yeah. And when I'm navigating cross country like this, you're looking at things like buildings, power lines, water towers, churches, roads, dirt roads, all these little things that can give you a clue that you're on the right track. Generally, like we did in that first little sort of bit, you'll be a little bit off track when you're running along, but then you'll see like a water tower, or you'll see a church, or you'll see a bus stop, or you'll see a petrol station or something like that, and you go, right, I know where I am, and I can kind of adjust. And as long as you get into the routine of just constantly checking the map and having an idea of where you are, you get used to it. So now we can look at this and see so we know we've come from here, and now there's this curvy, see how the roads, the dirt tracks curving around. So we go, right, okay, and there's the intersection, so we know we're on the right track. In fact, if we were to copy there, just follow this dirt track and then go immediately west around the end of it, that would take us into Mew, which is good. Ideally, when I'm taking on objectives that just have NPCs on them, ideally I like to have a Dragunov sniper rifle, or the American sniper rifle, because that just enables you just to hide behind a rock a long way away from the NPCs and just pick them off one at a time. It's much safer than what we were doing there, which I did cock up. I did come out of hyperspace too early and alert the rebels to my location. So here we go. So there's the town straight across there. So there's a good chance we will find a vehicle in here, and then we'll go. Right, looks like they've got Nagan now. Well done, chaps. They've got Nagan. They haven't built a they haven't built a transmitter, which means that maybe they haven't got enough supplies. And until somebody builds a transmitter there, we can't then capture. Oh no, we can. We can capture some Philip. Alright, that's okay. Looks like they... Where are they going? Okay, well, we'll leave them to it. Let's head over here. Let's go down the edge of the field, so at least we're doing a little bit of basic tactics. Okay, so coming into the town now, so let's just have a quick check on our map, see what our colleagues are doing. Okay, so it looks like our colleagues have gone. They're gone down there. So my priority now is to get a vehicle, preferably a truck, so we can go and get some supplies and build up our little base as a jumping off point. What do I see? So there's a jeep there, so let's go and grab this jeep. Make sure there's no NPCs around. Okay, here we go. Nice little jeep. I'll have that, thank you very much. So let's have a quick check the map, see which way we've got to go. So we go, I think, if we go on this yellow road, That should take us round to the farm. Okay. And then we can go and get some supplies. Now you may be saying, well Rob, why don't you just go straight to the purple base? The purple bases, they have lots of NPCs, and it would be quite tricky for me to take it on by myself without something like a sniper rifle, and preferably without something like a radio backpack in order to respawn. What's this? Tyrone. Oh, wait a minute, we've gone the wrong way. We don't want to go to Tyrone.
Yeah, for those guys in province, we need
Okay,
one
it's a
person
dirt
to stay
track there,
behind
so if we
you,
take that
supplies
dirt
build up,
track...
the remainder
Okay, this
are
dirt
gonna
track
push
takes us.
towards
This is a bit of a shortcut.
Simon's Woods.
Should hit the main road. There we go. And there's farm in front of us. There's the water tower. Let's find the way in. Is that more NPCs? Now, NPCs do respawn. I don't really want to get involved with fighting them again, though. Let's see if we can quickly fill this up and be on our way. Okay, let's go. NPCs with RPGs are incredibly dangerous. Okay, so we know we go down here. We wiggle like mad. Take the left-hand turn here. Follow this dirt track here. Round we go. This will take us up onto the bridge. Oop, don't turn it over. Alright, here we go. So this is going to be our little jumping off point for taking. So let's unload these supplies. See my rank starting to go up. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's have a quick look at the situation. So our colleagues are doing pretty well. I am gonna build a radio station here, just to. There we go. We might have to go and get some more supplies. Let's just build it. I always think radio stations are they're belt and braces. So if you ever look at the map, you see, Shuka is come from Matros because they built a radio station there. But if we build one here, that will also link up with that one, and it will also help to maybe link up with some other areas. So I always think it's never a bad idea to build a radio transmitter. And also that means if the enemies capture a particular base and take it out of action, which cuts off the radio frequencies from some bases, if you've got the more bases that are linking up, that it's just like insurance against that kind of happening. Okay, well, there's probably no supplies left now. So look, what we got? 117, so it's not enough. So let's another look at the map. So we really want to go and get some more supplies, don't we? But I could really do with a truck. A truck would really help us. So what we're going to do, let's go on a quick recce towards San Felipe and see if we can find a truck. Then we can go back to farm. Just got to watch out for roadblocks with enemy NPCs. They'll take us out pretty quick. Fuel's looking okay. San Felipe. Be on the lookout for a nice big truck. Petrol station. It's a car.
We've got a working helicopter if anyone needs picking up, let me know.
So we're coming up to the military base now. Let's just have a quick look. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, if you say you're going to take somewhere and then take it, you get more points. I wonder if we should have a cheeky go at this. Just down there. That's what we've got to capture down there. One of the things that happens if you try and do this and you haven't got extra gear is that you can run out of ammunition. So what I'm doing is I'm picking a way into the base, which puts me quite far away from the NPCs. That way, hopefully I can pick them off at range. Yeah. So normally I wouldn't be doing this until I've got a sniper rifle. Okay, so we're capturing the base. This is a bit odd. I get the feeling they're all going to start running towards me. Where are they all? You do sometimes get this as well. I think the game has like a budget for NPCs. And if that gets exceeded, they don't appear. Should go full auto actually, because if they creep up on us. Got up to corporal. Okay, so we've received Shuka, which is one of the main things. So that's really good. So let's go and see Let's go and see how many supplies are here. Sometimes these have loads of supplies, these bases. Is there nothing? Oh, 3,000. Right, good. So that's brilliant. So what we can do, again, I don't think there's anything wrong with always building a transmitter. Which can go there. And let's build a light vehicle base. And where's the way out? That's the way out there, isn't it? So let's build it here. You go there. Let's build a small fuel depot to go with it so that things spawn in with fuel. Let's put that there. Like so. And let's build an armory, our first armory. That can go up there. Right, let's play as the character. Let's build this stuff. Now you can say, well, what's the point of building an armory? Who's going to spawn all the way back here? Well, maybe not many people. But again, if they do, this gives them an option where they'll be able to spawn in. There's going to be loads of supplies here because the supplies are going to automatically build up. And they're going to be able to have the loadout of their choice. They're going to be able to jump into a jeep that's going to be full of supplies. And then they can leg it back into the fight. And of course, my rank is going up, climbing towards Sergeant, where we can start building living quarters and AI NPCs. The other good thing is by doing this and ranking up, when you actually come into the kind of the battle against the real people, sort of further south in the map in this particular case, it means that because of my rank, when we do capture places, I'll be able to build living quarters and spawn in NPCs to defend those places. Because during the day you could say that the NPCs aren't much of a threat because you can pick them off at distance, but definitely at night the NPCs that you can spawn in are deadly because you just can't see them. Now, it was very, very unusual that there weren't any AI NPCs at this base. Normally there would have been loads, and I've had to slowly fight my way through, picking them off one at a time. Another cool thing is, with this particular strategy, is kind of allowed because of the way that the main operating base started and the fact that we're working south but there was one to capture north, is when you're working with a squad, is we could also spawn in a helicopter pad. And that would mean then our squad could have a helicopter to go around the map in. Okay, that's brilliant. So we've done really well here. So we've captured a purple named operating point, which means that the Russians now have got 3. So my next thing really would be to get my favourite loadout, which would include the Dragunov sniper rifle, and then I would think, right, how can I help? Where are we going next? Well, we've got Kaban. I would think, okay, let's think about going down to capturing Lednik, or have they put in, capturing Lednik or Gusar. Actually, I'll get down to Gusar, capture that, put a radio tower on it. That might get us to Lemonten. It might not. We might have to go to Villeneuve first at Secret and then do that way. But that would kind of be my next steps. But as you can see, we've done all right. So hopefully this kind of strategy has been interesting. The fact that we started here, we captured, well, my colleague captured Nagant, and then we just did a sneaky run up to Shuka and got a very easy capture on that one. And now we're going to go and join the real fight down here. So there we go. If you enjoyed the video, hit like, comment, see more of the same, press subscribe, and of course I'll see you again soon.